Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. Bridgerton Season 1 Recap. What happened to the Bridgerton siblings, and what it means for future seasons. The 8 Bridgerton siblings all went through a great deal of drama in Bridgerton Season 1, setting up their arcs for future seasons of the show. Since Bridgerton Season 1 premiered on Netflix in 2020, the show has become one of the streaming platform's most popular shows. A second season premiered in 2022, and a spin-off titled Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story, premiered on Netflix in 2023. Bridgerton is based on a series of books by Julia Quinn about a noble family living in Regency-era London. There are 8 siblings in the Bridgerton family: Anthony, Benedict, Colin, Daphne, Eloise, Francesca, Gregory, and Hyacinth. Each novel and Bridgerton season on Netflix highlights a different sibling's love story as part of the Regency matchmaking scene. While each season focuses on one sibling's love story like the books, Bridgerton also builds storylines with different family members and friends to give viewers more insight into the characters. Part of the advantage of the Netflix series is that it expands on the worldview of Quinn's novels, and fans can watch scenes that happened outside the perspective of a season's primary couple. With the Bridgerton family at the center of the Netflix series, Bridgerton Season 1 shows the siblings going through a great deal of drama to entice viewers and help set up their arcs for future seasons. At the start of Bridgerton Season 1, Anthony comes across as the family's hot-headed and hypocritical older sibling. When his sister makes her debut in the social season, he inadvertently drives her suitors away, and he does not listen to Daphne's objections when he tries to arrange for her to marry Nigel Burbrook. Midway through the first season, Anthony walks Daphne down the aisle for her to marry the man she actually loves, Simon Basset. When his brother Colin announces his desire to marry Marina Thompson, Anthony once again shows his dismissiveness and is not supportive in the brotherly way Colin needs, even after the union falls apart. Even though he is the oldest sibling, Anthony does not show plans of settling down, and he has an on-again, off-again affair with his mistress Sienna. It takes Sienna breaking off the affair to build her own life for Anthony to start thinking about his life seriously. Anthony's primary arc in Bridgerton Season 1 shows him learning how to balance leading his family as the Viscount while fulfilling their need for a supportive brother. By the end of the season, Anthony plans to marry soon, and this sets up his arc for Bridgerton Season 2, which focuses on his love story with Kate Sharma. In Bridgerton Season 1, Benedict has a close relationship with his younger sister Eloise because they both feel lost within their own family. When Benedict meets artist Henry Granville, Benedict is encouraged to pursue his passion for art. His mentorship with Henry also leads to him learning more about the fluidity of relationships and how marriages can be different than the ones he encounters in his social circle. In Bridgerton Season 2, Benedict enrolls in art school, but he doubts his talent and how to pursue what he wants. Benedict constantly feeling out of place is no doubt something that will be explored in future seasons of Bridgerton. Throughout Bridgerton Season 1, Cullen is seen as the gullible younger brother between himself, Benedict, and Anthony. He quickly falls for Penelope's cousin Marina Thompson, unaware that she is pregnant by another man, and attempting to trick him into marrying quickly to pass off the baby as his. Heartbroken, and with no desire to settle down after Marina's ruse is exposed, Colin decides to travel out of the country at the end of Bridgerton Season 1. Throughout the show's second season, Colin remains unaware of Penelope's long-standing crush on him when he returns from his travels, setting up the plot of Bridgerton Season 3. Following the order of Julia Quinn's Bridgerton novels, Bridgerton Season 1 centers around Daphne's love story with Simon. The two agree to enter a fake courtship so Daphne can attract more suitors while Simon can avoid getting married entirely. As the two grow closer, they begin falling for one another. When they are seen kissing at a social event by Cressida Cowper, Daphne and Simon are forced to marry to save Daphne's reputation. Once they are married, the two confess how much they love one another. Daphne and Simon's marriage in Bridgerton Season 1 is not smooth sailing, as Simon does not wish to have children but Daphne does. In the final episodes of the season, Simon and Daphne work through this, and the season ends with Daphne giving birth to their first child. Simon does not appear in Bridgerton Season 2, but Daphne does, and she quickly picks up on Anthony's unspoken attraction to Kate. While she took on an advising role as a married woman in Bridgerton Season 2, Daphne will not appear in Bridgerton Season 3. Like her brother Benedict, Eloise feels trapped and lost in her life throughout Bridgerton Season 1. She longs to have the freedom that men have in society, and the idea of marriage does not appeal to her. Eloise finds purpose in trying to figure out who is behind Lady Whistledown, an anonymous gossip pamphlet. While Eloise dedicates the whole season to trying to find out Lady Whistledown's identity, she is unable to figure out that Lady Whistledown is actually her own best friend Penelope. In Bridgerton Season 2, the fears Eloise experienced in the first season come true. To her dismay, Eloise officially makes her debut in her society and continues trying to figure out who Lady Whistledown is. At the end of the season, she finally pieces together that Penelope is Lady Whistledown, and she ends their friendship. With the third season of Bridgerton expected to focus on Penelope and Colin, Eloise's feelings of betrayal toward Penelope will most likely be explored as well. So far in Bridgerton, Francesca, Gregory, and Hyacinth are only minor characters. For much of the first season, Francesca is away from London for extensive piano lessons. Meanwhile, Gregory and Hyacinth are shown in different scenes with their siblings reacting to the show's primary storylines. Even though the three youngest Bridgerton siblings have not had much to do yet, Quinn's novels promise that they will have love stories that are just as compelling as their older siblings' storylines. Based on the timeline of the novels, Francesca, Hyacinth, and Gregory's Bridgerton seasons will most likely make up the show's last 3 seasons. Penelope may not be an official Bridgerton, but because of her close friendship with Eloise and her crush on Colin, Penelope is frequently part of the family's lives. In Season 1 of Bridgerton, Penelope is torn when her cousin Marina sets her sights on marrying Colin to hide her pregnancy. To stop the marriage, Penelope publishes the scandal of Marina being pregnant as Lady Whistledown, temporarily ruining her own family's reputation. At the end of the season, Penelope is heartbroken when Colin leaves to travel and when her father dies. Penelope's primary conflicts from Bridgerton Season 1 continue into the show's second season. Even though Penelope's family is frequently embroiled in scandals and money problems, Penelope is still seen as an outcast in her own family. Her work as Lady Whistledown still puts her at odds with Eloise, and Eloise eventually discovers her identity. Knowing this, the show's third season will most likely show Penelope being at odds with Eloise and dealing with Lady Whistledown trauma. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.